Hey and welcome, I'm Laura Live Namasturm Yoga. This is just going to be about 20 minutes of yoga, so let's go ahead and get to the mat so we can get started. Alright, so let's actually stand in a standing forward fold. So soften your knees, have your feet about hip distance apart, and just let yourself hang down. You can turn whatever direction you want to on your mat, it doesn't really matter. If your hands hit the floor and you need to use them to brace yourself, that's fine. But if your hands hit the floor and you don't need them there, grab your elbows. Keep your knees really soft so that you're not worrying about overstretching your hamstrings and you can really let that upper body go completely. Let the head hang down off the neck. Maybe loosen up the back of the neck by nodding or shaking. If you want to sway a little bit, this is your chance really to let go of your whole upper body. Allow it to release. Breathe into your back. And then transitioning to an Ujjayi breath, we're going to start to follow this breath in just a moment. Keep the feet about hip distance apart. Release your elbows if you've got them. And slowly roll up to standing. Maybe this first one, we take a couple extra breaths to get up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Make sure you're not too lightheaded. And then inhale, reach the arms out and up. If you want, you can look up and take a little back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward over the legs. At the bottom, we're going to bend the knees and roll up again. So we're just like unfurling the spine. Reach the arms. Exhale, fold. One breath per movement here. Try to follow the breath, get connected. Give yourself a good rhythm. This should feel good. We're definitely warming up the spine here, but moving the whole body. One more time through. Come on up. And then we're going to go ahead and take the feet wide on your mat. So turn to whichever long side of the mat you like best. Parallel the outer edges of the feet with the outer edges of the mat. Take your hands to your waist. Lift your quads. Prostrate to Padochanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Come on down. You can go ahead and take your hands to the floor once you get to the fold. Lean your weight toward the balls of the feet. Let your head hang down. Still working your breath. And then from here, we're going to walk over towards the right leg. So as you do this, pivot your right foot so your toes are forward. Pivot your back foot so you're on the ball of your back foot. Right knee over ankle. Just taking a high lunge here. Reach through the head. And then if you want to float all the way up into crescent pose, go ahead and do that. If you prefer to keep the hands on the floor, you certainly can. And if you need to keep your back knee down, you can. But otherwise, straighten and stretch out that back leg. Lunge deeper into the front knee. Let's take it to a nice easy twist here. So plant your left palm down now inside of the right foot. Right arm up, stack the shoulders, look up. And then turning back to the floor, we're just going to completely walk to the other side. So walking your hands, pivoting your feet, turning towards your left foot. Get the back heel, that right heel now up off the floor. Lunge into your front knee. Lengthen the torso, reach the head away from the tail and the heel. And then if you can, if you did on the first side, float up to crescent pose, reaching the arms, stretching out the back leg. Breathe. And then the right hand's going to come down inside that left foot. Fingers and toes should align. Left knee stays over ankle. Easy twist. Stack the shoulders. Look towards your top thumb. And then turning back to the floor. Once again, we're gonna walk back with the hands, just coming right back to center. Parallel the feet again. Bring the hands to the waist, press the feet down, rise up, long flat back, jump the feet together. And then moving to the top of your mat. So whichever you want to use is the top. Bring your big toes to touch now, heels slightly apart, palms press. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, forward folding to Uttanasana. And then we're going to take Ardha Uttanasana. So nice half lift, flat back. Reach the head away from the tail. And then let's bend the knees so we can get the palms to the floor, stepping back to plank pose. Shoulders over wrists. Reach through the head, reach through the heels. Core is strong here, neck is long. Make sure you're still breathing. It's important to have some strengthening poses, even in a short practice. This one is definitely working our core, but also our arms grow stronger as we wrap the muscles around the bones of the arms. Take your knees down and lower your chest between your hands. And then we're just gonna go into a simple Cobra pose. You could keep it small by staying with baby Cobra, no weight in the hands. But if you're ready to press up to Cobra, keep space between the shoulders and ears, keep the elbows by the sides, and then almost like you're rolling your shoulders back. See if you can do that to help move your heart forward. So you've got a little puffed chest. This is a back bend. Soft glutes and legs behind you, so our thighs are completely on the floor. And then keeping the knees down, let's just push back to child's pose here. Bringing the hips to the heels, lengthening the spine out, forehead to the floor. Breathe into the back of the body. Let's come on up to tabletop, and we're just gonna do a couple of cat-cow stretches. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, sway back. Shoulder blades pull together. Exhale, arched spine, let the shoulders move apart. One more time. Stay longer if you want to, but otherwise walk the hands a little bit forward and let's go ahead and come to downward facing dog. So tuck toes, lift knees and hips, move the heart back, and in this first down dog, give yourself a chance to work into the legs, bend one knee, let the opposite leg straighten, and then switch to the other side. And then we're going to do a little twist from here. So you may need to walk the feet just a little bit closer to your hands. Let's take the right hand over to the left leg, wherever you can grab. Hold on and then pull to pull your torso underneath a little bit for a twist. Let your head just hang down. And then switch sides. So right hand's going to come back to the floor. Take your left hand over to the right leg. Pull yourself underneath. And then take the hands back, look to the front of the mat, step, walk, or if you want, you can hop forward. Feet together, inhale, take your half lift, so Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down, and then we're gonna bend the knees and come into chair pose. So sink the hips down, coming to Uttanasana. A little bit of work for those quads. Weight on the heels, keep the torso upright. From Uttanasana, we're gonna see if we can carefully lower the hips to the floor and come right into boat pose. So if you need to use your hands to help you, that's fine. But otherwise, see if you can just find your balance here. Boat pose or Navasana. And then we're gonna move to the floor completely. So bring your feet in, lower your spine to the ground, and let's take a bridge pose. If you're feeling ambitious, you could take a wheel, but I'm just gonna talk through bridge. So heels slightly away from the hips, feet right under the knees, press them down, lift the hips up, roll your shoulders underneath your upper back. See if you can interlace your fingers. Push down to lift up, and we're just gonna take a few breaths here.
Make sure your toes haven't turned out. We also don't want to roll to the feet and let the knees splay. So really try to keep the shins vertical if possible here. And then when you're ready to come down, and take your time, if you need more time in any pose, please take your time. Get the shoulders out of the way, slowly return your spine to the floor, bring the knees into the chest, rock from shoulders to hips a couple of times. Just rolling through the spine. The last one, we're gonna hit another boat pose. So see if you can just find that balance, do the best you can here. Lift the heart, reach through the feet. And then we're gonna go from boat to chair, so where we came from. So bend your knees, bring the feet to the floor. Maybe you can just bring your weight here, but if you need to use your hands, use your hands. We're in chair, Uttanasana. From here, we're gonna take this to a balance pose. I'm just gonna turn to face you real quick, but standing on the right foot, palms together, pick up your left foot, cross your ankle just above your knee on your thigh. Gaze forward and breathe. Still upright, so it still feels like chair, but now we're gonna change that. So we're gonna start to fold over the shin. I'm gonna turn back to the front of my mat because we're gonna add on from here. Let yourself fold down, so you should feel a nice stretch in this left hip or glute area as you fold your chest down. Fingers not to the floor yet though, see if you can keep your balance. And then taking the fingertips lightly to the floor, standing splits. So straighten your right leg and let the left leg come up and back. Fold into the right, breathe. And then coming out of this, we're gonna step back to warrior one. So bend your front knee so that you've got the lunge, reach all the way for the back of the mat, pivot your back heel down, float up, gaze forward, square off your hips, lunge, and breathe. So unlike the crescent pose we did earlier, now the back heel is down. From here, inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, fold over it, and then bend the knee at the bottom. Inhale, come back up, warrior one. One more time, straighten the leg. Exhale, fold, but this time we're gonna open to triangle pose. So adjust your back foot a little bit. Take the back of the hand against your inner right shin and open yourself up. Reach through the head, reach through both feet. So push both feet into the floor. Lengthen the sides of the body. Look up if you can. And then press the feet down, float up. Let's go into warrior two. So should be able to keep the feet where they are. Flip your palms down and just lunge that front knee right over your front ankle. Look out over your front fingertips. Make sure you're still breathing. Turn your front palm up. One breath, reverse warrior. So just stretch it back, and we're gonna take a vinyasa here. This is optional, but if you'd like, step to plank, lower either chaturanga, or you can take knees to the floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra, so depending on your preference. Exhale, down dog, and take a breath or two here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step walk or hop the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, fold. And then once again, back to chair pose. We're gonna do this on the other side. So I'll just turn again to the front for you. We're gonna stand on the left foot, lift your right foot, cross your ankle above your knee, palms together in front of the heart. Find your balance here. And then let's go ahead and allow ourselves to fold into it to get a deeper stretch. The hips will have to kind of move back to counterbalance. Once again, I'm going to move to the front of my mat. And then we're going to do the same standing pose sequence as we did before. So fingertips can come to the floor. Find standing split. Straighten your left leg. Reach that right leg for the ceiling. Bend the front knee, reach for the back of the mat. Inhale, come on up, warrior one, and holding for a couple of breaths. Press into the outer edge of the back foot, but still move the right hip forward as you lunge into the left knee. On an inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, forward fold over it, but bend the knee when you get to the bottom there. Inhale, back up, warrior one, nice and strong. Straighten the leg. Exhale, forward fold, and then inhaling, opening to triangle. Adjust your back foot so that the back arch now lines up with the front heel. Lengthen the sides of the body. Extend the arms. Press into both feet. Look up. Enjoy. And then float on up. Flip the palms down. Bend into the front knee, warrior two. Little minor adjustments if you need to make them. Feet, hips. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. And then turn your head and look out over your front fingers. Turn that front palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then vinyasa, optional here, but if you'd like it, exhale, chaturanga, maybe knees to the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and breathe. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Once again, let's come through chair. And then sink the hips to the floor. See if you can take yourself all the way to the ground. Let's take the right leg out. Tuck the sole of the left foot in by the inner thigh. And turn the torso to face the right leg for just a simple forward fold here. So Janu Shirshasana. Inhale. Exhale, folding over that right leg, which is toned up. And then bring yourself back up, and we're just gonna do the other leg. Take your left leg out, sole of the right foot in. That right knee can go wide as you angle your body towards the left and folding down. So obviously when we do a shorter yoga practice, it's not necessarily complete practice. We have to skip some things. We have to choose which things to do. But there's still a wide variety of poses that we can string together to get a nice practice that will, just give us a little something. Stretch out some of our muscles, strengthen and tone some of the other ones, allow us to move with our breath, finding some focus and some stillness here at the end. Come on up and let's go ahead and cross the legs. Thanks again for joining me in practicing. Please leave comments if you like this kind of practice, or let me know what you do like, or if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit your notification bell so you know when new things are coming out. And let's close our practice together now, bringing the palms together in front of the heart. Close your eyes, tune into your breath. And we'll take a bow to really complete the practice. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me in my home and sharing this practice. Namaste. Yay. Take care, and I'll see you next time.